Before civilization, Earth was wild and untamed, a fierce realm where life survived by instinct and endless endurance. The sun burned, storms roared, and hunger ruled. Survival demanded strength, cunning, and unbroken will beneath a merciless sky. From the dust rose fragile beings, small yet daring, shaping tools of stone and hope from struggle and fear. They walked upright, hearts divided between curiosity and terror, the twin flames that forged the essence of early humanity. Each footprint across the ancient plains whispered purpose, to endure, to adapt, and to find meaning within nature's chaos. And now, beneath a burning prehistoric sun, their journey begins, the first bond between humankind and the living earth. Beneath a merciless prehistoric sun, the cracked earth thirsts for life. Silence stretches where rivers once carried hope. Three early humans wander the dying plains, lean and hollow-eyed, driven by instinct older than hunger or memory. Dust drifts across their faces as they follow a riverbed turned stone, the ghost of vanished water. Each step echoes survival's rhythm. They walk through death and heat, guided only by will and fading strength. From the horizon comes a new scent, salt, wind, and gulls, the whisper of an unfamiliar world. Before them unfolds the ocean, shimmering and endless, both promise and peril beneath an unblinking sky. On the shore lies a stranded whale, enormous and gasping, its skin cracking beneath the relentless sun. They hesitate, torn between hunger and empathy, as the creature's labored breath shakes the still air. One steps closer, trembling, hand brushing the whale's flank. Warmth and fragility pulse beneath his palm. Something ancient awakens, recognition between species, a silent exchange of fear, endurance, and fragile mercy. The tribe begins to act, digging trenches, pouring seawater, pulling with vine ropes against the burning sand. Sweat and salt blur vision, but their rhythm unites, muscle, breath, and purpose moving as one. With one final heave, the whale slides free. The ocean erupts, spraying sunlight and triumph into the air. It exhales a column of mist, shimmering silver, a farewell and a blessing carried by the sea. The whale disappears into the deep, leaving them breathless. Their eyes mirror sunlight, reflecting awe instead of fear. The sea glimmers endlessly, a promise of rebirth where land offered only dust, thirst, and fading footsteps. That night, firelight flickers on wet sand, their laughter faint, a fragile victory against extinction's shadow. At dawn, one gazes at drifting wood, imagination awakening, the spark of invention born from survival's silence. Together they bind vines, lifting and shaping logs, primitive hands building hope where none had existed before. Their crude raft floats, trembling on the surf, courage replacing fear as they push into the unknown. Sunlight scatters diamonds across the sea, their faces gleam with joy, the rhythm of paddles echoing unity. Beneath the raft, silver shapes dark, movement alive, flashing like liquid mirrors beneath the calm water. One steadies his spear, muscles taut striking down. The ocean explodes with foam and flashing scales. The fish thrashes violently, spraying light. Shouts of triumph rise above the crash of waves. Overhead, seabirds circle and cry, witnesses to a fragile bond between hunger and newfound mastery. The hunters lift the catch high, pride replacing desperation. The sea feeds those who dared to trust it. Salt and blood drip down his chin as he bites. Life's raw taste burns across his tongue. But beneath their joy, darkness stirs. Shadows move unseen, fins cutting silently through the deep blue void. The ocean darkens beneath them, water rippling with unseen motion, a silent warning from the depths below. Fins slice through sunlight, shadows circling, patient and deadly, hunger older than humanity closing in. Eyes widen, hands tighten on spears. The hunters become hunted, surrounded by nature's perfect killers. A spear slips from trembling hands, vanishing into the deep. Fear steals breath faster than the waves. The raft shakes violently as panic spreads. Chaos rises with every crash of surf and heartbeat. From below, a shark bursts upward, jaws splitting water and wood, the sea screaming in white foam. The raft shatters apart. Men and splinters scatter as primal terror fills the endless blue void. One thrashes, gasping, reaching for driftwood. His reflection flickers across the water like a dying flame. Another kicks wildly, screaming into silence, the weight of the sea pulling him toward its hungry heart. Then, from the deep, a vast shadow ascends, graceful, powerful, and impossibly familiar. The whale returns, its massive form cutting through chaos, calm strength rising against the storm. With one colossal sweep, it drives the sharks away. Waves explode, scattering predators into the dark. The hominins cling together, trembling, eyes wide with awe, salvation born from the life they once saved. When calm returns, they float among broken wood, alive, breathless, and forever changed by what they witnessed. The whale lingers beside them, silent guardian of the deep, guiding fragile lives through calm waters toward the waiting shore. Its vast body moves with grace and strength, pushing driftwood gently, life helping life survive another ancient trial. The coastline glows beneath the morning light. Waves sigh as if welcoming their return from the heart of chaos. On wet sand, they collapse, trembling and thankful, the ocean's roar softening into the rhythm of peace. One touches the whale's slick back, a silent bond between predator, prey, and protector, forged in salt and struggle. The creature exhales a final spray, sunlight glittering, then sinks back into the sea's eternal blue calm. On the beach, fire crackles and warmth returns, their laughter fragile yet defiant against nature's boundless power. When dawn breaks, curiosity calls again. Their eyes turn inland, where green forests shimmer beyond dunes of gold. Under tangled trees, one looks upward. High above, a giant nest rests, a promise of food and danger. With careful strength, they climb toward the nest, hands gripping vines slick with dew and determination. Within it, enormous eggs gleam softly, treasure and temptation waiting in the hush of the canopy. They cradle the eggs gently, faces lit with awe. Survival now mixed with reverence for fragile creation. Beneath ancient roots, they rest, unaware of silent shapes sliding through the grass toward their warmth. Moonlight reveals the danger. Giant serpents approach slowly, scales gleaming, eyes fixed on the sleeping and their stolen prize. Dawn filters through leaves, painting gold upon their skin. Peace lingers briefly before nature's balance tilts once more. Above them, the giant nest looms, life's fragile promise suspended high, shimmering beneath shafts of morning light. They climb carefully, hands raw, eyes alert, the rhythm of survival pulsing through muscle and breath. Suddenly, the sky erupts. A massive bird descends, wings blotting sunlight, its scream shaking the forest air. Yet, courage prevails. They seize the eggs gently, holding within their palms both life and defiance. Beneath the canopy, they rest again, guarded by shadows and the faint heartbeat of the living forest. Night thickens. From the darkness, serpents emerge, hunger gliding silently toward warmth, toward fragile, sleeping prey. Moonlight gleams on coiling bodies. A snake swallows an egg whole, nature reclaiming what was stolen without hesitation. One awakens, eyes wide. Terror flashes as he sees the serpent's swollen shape sliding across the earth. Fury ignites. They rise, shouting, striking wildly. Rage and instinct binding them tighter than fear ever could. A massive snake lunges, coiling around one's torso, his breath crushed as he struggles in choking silence. Another grabs a burning branch, swinging hard, flame meeting scale, fire becoming the first tool of vengeance. The serpent recoils, but the sky darkens again. A giant bird plunges, talons grasping, predator consuming predator. In the aftermath, silence returns. Firelight flickers in their eyes, the first spark of humanity glowing against the ancient night.